The Ark of the Covenant, the sacred chest of gold that carried the very presence of God, was more than just a relic. It was the heart of Israel's faith, the throne of the Almighty on earth. Inside it were the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, written by the hand of God himself, a covenant between heaven and humanity. It began in the wilderness, when Moses built it under divine instruction. Wherever the Ark went, victory followed. Rivers parted. Enemies fell. The people trembled before its power. But over time, Israel forgot the God who gave that power. They treated the Ark like a charm, a weapon, something they could use, and not something they should revere. In battle against the Philistines, they carried the Ark onto the field, believing it would save them. But their hearts were corrupt, and God withdrew his favor. The army was destroyed. The Ark was captured, and for the first time, the glory of Israel departed. But the Philistines soon discovered what Israel had forgotten. The Ark was no idol. In their cities, plague spread. Their god Dagon fell before it. Terrified, they returned the Ark to Israel. It rested in silence for years, until King David brought it back with songs and dancing, learning the hard way that holiness demands obedience. Then came Solomon, David's son. He built the great temple, the house of God, and placed the Ark in its inner sanctuary. When the priests withdrew, fire fell from heaven, and a cloud of glory filled the temple. It was the day heaven touched earth, the divine dwelling among men. But generations later, the people turned away again. Idols filled the land. Prophets warned of destruction, but no one listened. And when Babylon came, Jerusalem fell, and the Ark vanished. Some say the prophet Jeremiah hid it before the invasion. Others believe it was taken to Ethiopia, or even to heaven itself. The Bible remains silent. The Ark, once the heart of worship, was gone forever. Yet even in that silence, the story wasn't over, because God's presence had never been about a golden box. It was about a promise, a relationship, a living covenant. Centuries later, a child was born in Bethlehem, one who would embody that covenant, one who would no longer dwell behind a veil, but among his people. Through him, the presence of God no longer lived in temples of stone, but in the hearts of those who believed. The Ark may be lost, but its message endures, that the sacred cannot be owned, only honored. That God's presence isn't found in gold or ritual, but in faith, obedience, and love. The Ark of the Covenant, where God once dwelled, became the symbol of what he always desired, not to be carried by men, but to live within them.